Servus, Chaos, Captain Stablio ist wieder mal am Start mit einer neuen Folge von Trades of Gold Steel. Und wir suchen eigentlich hier den, den, Scary Dinosaur. Den sollen wir besiegen. Und sagt irgendein Plateau. Das ist, glaube ich, ein Plateau hier oben. Deswegen gehen wir da hoch. Erstmal kriegt... nee, du nicht. Du. Doch, ja. Du kriegst das. Und ich habe außerdem die Aufstellung verändert. Und ich hatte mich gewundert, warum deren Linkwert nicht hochgeht. Und die waren irgendwie delinkt. Keine Ahnung, die hatten hier ihr Bond gar nicht aktiv. Ich weiß auch nicht wieso. Naja, jedenfalls habe ich die neu arrangiert. Ich habe die wieder zu Partnern gemacht. Und ja, das sieht nach einem Scary Dinosaur aus. Warning. Wo ist der Mega-Man-Boss hier? Hä? Oh, ich will dieses Warning nochmal sehen. Das Warning ist so Mega-Man. Oh, das tut gut. Is that the monster we're looking for? Insert Mega Man Musik here, please. It certainly seems to be. It looks pretty tough. What should we do? We beat it and get its weapon. Don't really have any choice, do we? We have to kill it. It's causing problems for the farmers. Everyone, double check your equipment. We need to be prepared for whatever this thing might throw at us. Understood. Right. Krieg ich nochmal Warning, please? Oh, das ist schön. Oh. Solange ich hinten rumgehe. Oh, ich höre Bossmusik. Also, Scary Dinosaur. Level 10. Wasser ist ganz gut offen. Nur habe ich kein Wasser. So, Motivation. Du, Detektor. Da, Scary Dinosaur, 9670. A ferocious lizard monster releases sound waves by vibrating its dorsal fin. Then crushes prey with its teeth. Ja. Wunderschöne Boss-Sound. Dann Armor Breaker. Oh, das habe ich auch vermisst. Ich will den Attack machen. Ich weiß auch nicht, wieso die unlinked waren. Keine Verbindung. Ja, du hast alles außer Wasser. Alle drei außer Wasser. Oh, der macht nichts. Das ist auch gut. Sparkle Error. Schick, schick. Macht immer noch nichts. Command Autumn Leaf, oder? Der Herbstlaub-Schnitzler oder so. Wollen wir mal das geben, worauf er anfällig ist? Und ein Flammenberger. Babuschka. Mach mal ein Frost Edge. Doppelte Aqua Power. Oh, diese Violine. Ja, geil. Oder was auch immer. Dieses Streichinstrument. Das ist so gut. Der hat auch hier einen Craft. Der nicht Blue Lullaby Resounding Veto. Oh. Ach komm, wir schaffen es ohne. Ich glaube, ich könnte seine Armor Break noch machen.
続けていくよ。任せてちょうだい。行くわよ。はっ。
Schick.
行くぞ。
12-12.
さてと。
Macht doch irgendwie nichts, ne? Ja, auch mal ein Stück näher ran. Schub einfach drauf.
行くぞ。そこだ。
任せるがよい。崩したぞ。続けていくよ。僕の番だね。
Der Final Hit. Jawohl.
みんな
Elliot hat den Boss gelegt. Wayne und Elliot sind beide im Lauf. Das ist schön.
つかめた。
Ja, die gehen aber ganz schön mal ordentlich hoch. That takes care of that. I don't know how we did it, but we won. Would have been even tougher if not for the power of our combat links. I hate to admit it, but Arcus, they seem to have a lot of potential. You hate to admit it? Why? Never mind that. We should go tell the people at the farm that we took care of the monsters they reported. Oh yeah, I hope they are pleased. Something wrong, Laura? No, it's nothing. Let's go. Okay. Das war ein schöner Danger-Kampf. Schöne Aussicht hier. Natur ist schon was Feines. War irgendwie weniger anstrengend der Kampf, als ich gedacht habe. Der Wolf ist nicht respawned, aber die Königsliebe da hinten. Oh, das war... Ach, sieht sie uns nicht. Sie uns immer noch nicht. Nein, das ist Gesicht. Ah, war zu langsam.
行くぞ。アークス、駆動。
私の番ね。行くわよ。さてと。アークス駆動。
Ah, nice, er hat den Zero-Arzt gekriegt.
任せるがよい。
Overkill.
やっ。
Idel Shotto. Ito Wave.
ざっとこんなもんね。
Ist immer nett, Übermacht demonstrieren zu können. Also ich bin schon mal sehr großer Fan vom Soundtrack vom Spiel. Wollte ich mal eingeworfen haben. Und das Bosskampf-Vieh. Lululabi.
私の番だな。はっ。ええ。はっ。ざっとこんなもんね。
Oh, jetzt steckt das Schwert weg. Gerade konnte ich den Typ noch slicen. Aber ja, gehen wir Oji-san sagen, dass wir es geklärt haben. Hey Oji-san. Oh, I assume you've taken care of the monster. That's correct. Thank goodness. Thank you so much. Now we can finally begin harvesting again. I have to let the family know right away. You're welcome. I found myself surprised at how close this area is to South Celtic, however. Wouldn't it have been much quicker to make a request to the provincial army instead? Well, it is admittedly close, but this area in Celtic as a whole really is on the very outskirts of the Kreuzen province. As such, the provincial army isn't very interested in aiding us. Aww. Yeah, it's not too hard to believe considering the attitude area. That certainly doesn't sit well with me. I probably shouldn't say any more on the matter. However, I do still owe you all a reward for this. Please take these. Fresh eggs, strawberries, honey syrup, of course rock salt. That's really generous. Can we really have this much? Why of course. We got enough to last us here as it is. With all your help, it's the least that I can do. I hope you enjoy them. So good, great, thank you. You don't get much fresher than this. I'm looking forward to the game. I'm rather envious that you have the opportunity to eat such delicious food every day. That's one of the benefits of being a farmer. Unfortunately, though, it's no good. Things have been getting tougher lately, seeing as how goods are being imported to so cheaply nowadays. I wasn't aware of that. Importing's become a much easier task now thanks to the transcontinental railroad and international flights. Furthermore, more and more goods can now be legally imported as a result of the rising population. Come to think of it, I've noticed an increase in cheaper ingredients lately. Oh my, apologies. I shouldn't be wasting your time with all this. Regardless, you all have my thanks for today. Now we can move on to harvesting without any worries. Allow us to thank you too. We actually learned a lot from doing this request. Feel free to get in touch should anything else come up. War das etwa Commentary? Wegen globaler Marktwirtschaft oder sowas? Yeah. Yes, that does it for all the mandatory tasks. Don't know about you guys, but I'm pooped. Same. I don't venture out onto the highways very often. The two of you sure seem okay though. Well, my hometown is in the countryside too, so I'm kind of used to this. With all the training Laura does, I imagine this is probably nothing for her. Indeed, I find this level of exercise to be quite manageable. However... What is it? No, I'm sure it's nothing. I believe we should return to Leiden now, shall we not? Let's... I'm guessing Instructor Sarah is still there. We can give her a report and also ask her a bit more about the purpose behind these field studies. It would definitely be good to know. She hasn't told us anything about what's happening tomorrow either. Alright, then let's head back to town. But before that... Let us cook. Mit Laura. Whole Juice und Whole Juice. Eggs, da ist hier eine Kingdom. Nur Eggsuppe. Und mit Alisa gucken wir auch mal. Und noch einmal mit Laura, dann haben wir glaube ich 5 mit allen. So. Dieses Geräusch ist sehr befriedigend, wenn man die von hinten attackiert.
行くぞ。その程度か。精進するがよい。
Den Wolf nehmen wir noch. Die zwei Gegner nehmen wir noch mit. Den Wolf und den Hoppelhasen da hinten.
チャンスよ。行きましょう。
俺の番だな。
私の番ね。さあ、チャンスよ。
しかり。
さてと。任せるがよい。せい。
行くぞ。
うん。みんな怪我はない？
チャンスだ。参る。そこだ。チャンスだ。
もらった。うん。
So, du hast Zero Arzt, das finde ich super. Und du finished. Wir haben gerade gesehen, du bist close zum Level Up, Laura. Ah, nicht ganz. Eigentlich hätte ich die gerne noch aufgelevelt. Ich meine, das ist kurz vorher. Da ist noch ein Hoppelding. Da hinten war, glaube ich, auch noch was. Vielleicht zeigt der Gute hier aus. Und ich meine, wer weiß, wollen wir die das nächste Mal kriegen, wenn wir fertig sind mit der Field Study hier. Naja, wobei, wir haben 2 Tage da. Nee, Gott. Ja, am nächsten Tag wollten wir dann schon wieder los. Ne? Wir bleiben dabei, wer weiß, wann wir die wieder kriegen. Weil ich jetzt auch nicht weiß, ob die im Hintergrund halt mitleveln oder nicht. Es ist jetzt immer bleiben, ne? Kann nicht immer alles wissen im Vorfeld. Ich will auch nicht immer alles wissen im Vorfeld. Dafür spielt man ja Spiele, damit man Sachen rausfindet und lernt, wie die Spiele funktionieren. Oh, Laura ist aufgelevelt. Fehlt noch Alisa. Laura in die Ecke. War noch nicht. Naja, ne, dann halt nochmal raus.
Mina, 気をつけてね。
行くぞ。そこだ。今だ。
もらった。 行くわよ。さてと。行くぞ。はー。
Oh, die hat gereicht. Dann ist gut.
みんな大丈夫？
Dann nochmal weiter. Komm her, du Libellending.
みんな気をつけてね。
俺の番だな。そこだ。
So, ihr zwei nach hinten.
今だ。
もらった。みんな元気を出して。私の番だな。はっ。任せてちょうだい。
Na, die fliegen dann bestimmt weg. Weil vielleicht fliegen jetzt die zwei da. Weiter noch reinfliegt. Ich glaube jetzt genau eingestellt, weil nicht attackiert wird. Ah. Doch, er wurde erwischt.
俺の番だな。
またせい。その程度か。精進するがよ。
So, da ist das Level, das ich haben
いい感
wollte.
じね。
Hören wir einfach noch die zwei Rechte hier. Oh, man, Space Repeaten, die kann man immer gut brauchen. Oh. Und jetzt try mit. Don't give crap. The one paid. What's going on? It sounds like something's happening over at the market. There appears to be some manner of dispute occurring. Wonder what's up. Shall we go take a look? Yeah, let's go and see. Ja, aber das... Oh Mann, ich wollte erst ausruhen, weil sie keine EP hat. Mit der müssen wir kämpfen. Don't give me that crap. This is my spot. I paid for it, so it's mine. I'm the one who paid for the spot. Look, I've even got the permit for it, so stop lying to me and vamos. Marco und Heinz. May I ask what the problem is? Perhaps we can help in some way. Seems to be some question over which of these two gentlemen gets control of this area to set up the stall. The young merchant over there is local, while the merchant wearing the suit is from the capital. So they're both claiming the same spot. How odd. Permits for the market are issued by the province ruling lord. Oh, so for Celtic that would be... Ah! This isn't good. We must stop them. Who are you? Unhunt me at once. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, but violence isn't going to solve anything, sagen die Militärakademie-Schüler. You both need to calm yourself. You've been worked into a rage. Marco realisierte, wer ihn da festgehalten hatte. Marco war glücklich. What are you, high schoolers? This has nothing to do with you meddling kids. We're having a mature discussion here, and I'll thank you not to interfere. Since when has grabbing a person by the neck been considered mature? If you truly intend to have a mature discussion, perhaps you should try acting more like adults. What did you say to me? We're students from Port's Military Academy. We're currently visiting this town on a field to study. And while we're not yet formal members of the army, I'm afraid we cannot simply walk by and ignore a fight in such a public place. Military academy? Oh, so they're a bunch of soldiers in training. What in Idiot's name is happening here? Oh no, look what you have done, Manager Otto! I've been filled in on what happened. I understand both of you have a permit for the same stall, is that correct? Yeah. And both permits expire at the same time too. What's the meaning of this? I understand your concerns, but fighting over it here is greatly inconveniencing to other customers. I'll be happy to discuss the matter in private, but I need to ask you both to put your difference aside until it's been resolved. Okay. Yes. Well, that was a close one. Seems like everything's going to be fine now, though. Yeah, I guess he's the guy in charge. I really appreciate the four of you stepping in to help diffuse the situation, though I suppose I should expect no less from the famous Class 7 I've heard so much about. Oh! How do you know about Class 7? My name's Otto. I'm the manager of Celtic's Grand Market. I have some things to discuss with you. If you'd be so kind as to come along, I'll treat you to some tea. Oh, geil, nehme ich gerne. Heißt das, jetzt geht's erst richtig los? Oh, der hat jetzt den Stall ganz hinten gekriegt. So, you were responsible for choosing our assignments? Oh, er ist schuld, dass wir hier Shorts machen mussten. Indeed. Principal Vendick is an old friend of mine, you see. He asked me to personally select a few tasks that you might be able to complete. Well, that was nice of him. We appreciate your consideration as well. Oh, it was no trouble at all. Likewise, I'm grateful to you for taking some troublesome tasks off my hands. And I can't thank you enough for your help at the market. If you hadn't been there, I imagine someone would have wound up getting hurt. Just glad we got there when we did. So both merchants will be taking turns using the same stall at the front of the market. That's right, both their permits are genuine, but their merchandise and temperaments don't lend themselves to sharing a space. Eventually, they agreed to a compromise where they would each make use of the front store on alternate weeks. The other stall reserved is near the back of the market, however, so whoever's relegated there will likely see far lower sales number. It's better than nothing, I guess, but still really unfortunate. I just admit, I do find this whole matter rather perplexing. To my knowledge, the issuing of market permits is the sole responsibility of each province ruling lord. For a mistake such as this to have been made in the first place raises some rather unpleasant questions. It's true, it's the lord's duty to control the flow of goods. If he can't handle it, the local economy could really suffer. Quite right. Ordinarily, that responsibility would fall upon the Duke's household. The Duke? The Duke Devlin? The Kreuzen province is ruled by Duke Albarea, one of the four most powerful nobles in the entire country, but lately the situation surrounding the Duke's household has been getting a bit complicated. Complicated? A few months ago, he increased the sales tax for a market rather significantly, and with a larger percentage of the profits being taken from them, the merchants have begun to get rather desperate. Fights like the one you saw earlier are becoming more and more commonplace. See, sales tax is something which should not be raised without careful consideration. History has shown us how damaging such actions can be. I've never heard of anything like that happening in the capital. Have you tried raising objections to the increase? Of course, I've even gone to Bayerhardt numerous times to petition the Duke personally, but they always just drive me away at the gate without listening to a word I have to say. This has been going on for roughly 2 months now. If that's the case, the mix-up with the permits may be more than just an accident. You're suggesting? They might be getting careless when dealing with the market, or maybe they're deliberately trying to cause problems. I don't think it's a good idea to jump to conclusions, but I will say that before all of this began, the soldiers in the guardhouse absolutely would have intervened in a scuffle like that. Unlike the Imperial Army or provincial armies, the main priority is maintaining the status quo throughout their territory. So mediating arguments which threaten that status quo should absolutely fall within the scope of their duties. Correct. It seems that unless we accept the tax increase, they intend to turn a blind eye to the market. The commanding officer at the guardhouse has even made comments suggesting as much. That's not right at all. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be talking about matters like this with you. This is strictly an internal affair to be dealt with among us merchants. You have no reason to concern yourself with it. You need to be focused on your field study, and I have a new list of tasks for you tomorrow morning as well. You will? So you were asked to prepare some for each day of our visit, then? That's right, I've got a few difficult ones in mind too, but I'm sure you're up for them. Or at least I hope you are. Don't worry, we are. We'll do our very best to meet your expectations. Oh, toll, noch mehr Arbeit. Sorting out problems at the Grand Market is our responsibility. You don't need to worry yourselves about it. More importantly, I recommend returning to the inn for today. There's no doubt that you're all tired after today, so it would be best to rest up for tomorrow. Was haben Sie zu sagen? Otto went to Berhard yesterday in order to try appeal the tax increase, but it seems they never even gave him the time of day yet again. This really is a problem. If only there was something we could do for the merchants. Huh, just kill them. Kill them all. That all sounds really unfair. Yeah, I agree. Provincial lords have the duty and the right to decide upon and collect taxes in the regions they control, and as long as that remains the case, there's not really much the general populace can do to stand against them. I'm reluctant to comment on how others choose to rule their own territories, but harassing one's people like this seems clearly inappropriate. I've heard many rumors about the current head of Hause Albarea. The current head of Jusis is dead. The current head is Jusis dead, right? So could we ask Jusis for some help there? I doubt there's anything he could do. Among the nobility, decisions made by the head of the house are absolute, and since the Albareas represent one of the four great houses, so that old tradition is absolutely guaranteed to be alive and well. The Emperor himself is probably the only one with more power than the heads of the four great houses. I guess that's a no then. I see you're all busy mulling things over. Excellent, excellent. Da ist Sensei Schluckspecht. Instructor Sarah, what brings you here? I figured it was about time for me to get going. Group B is not getting anything done as expected, so I'm off to help sort them out. What? You're going to see Group B now? Town of Parm is a considerable distance from here. Now, you let me worry about that. You four are perfectly capable of looking after yourselves anyway, right? Put your heads together and think, and I'm certain you'll see what you need to do. Sensei Schluckspecht verlässt uns. Ideas be with you. I'll be looking forward to your report. Da Sensei jetzt weg ist, haben wir sturmfrei. Also, Party! Uts, uts, uts. I can't believe it. It's as though she knows exactly what's going on, even though she spent a whole day drinking at the inn. Can she read minds or something? I'd suggest we return to our room and rest for the night in any case. We still have our reports to write, so an early dinner seems wise. Yeah, you're right. I'm so tired. Me too. I feel like I'm going to fall asleep at the dinner table without even making it to my bed. Gut. Dann tun wir das doch. Da. Ist hier noch was Schönes? Haben Sie eine Quest noch? Actually, all thanks to Otto that I was able to set up my own shop all these years ago. So I can bet I'll always be there whenever needs help. I owe him more than I could ever repay. Oh, hier gibt's Weapons. Welche? Katsekiri, Beamerbow, Landlord, Raver. Ich habe überhaupt Geld? Ich habe ja nicht mal Geld. Aber ich habe das hier. Jetzt habe ich Geld. Bei denen gehen da noch Werte runter, weil ich den ein Jahr gebastelt habe. Customized Weapon. So. Kisaragi. Warte. Stopp. Warte, hatte ich das Kisaragi nicht vorher? Nee, Kasekiri. Da ist jetzt nur 60 Strength. Oh, cool. Kann ich einfach kaufen. Sheet 2. Guck mal, Chitinius Shell. Das verkaufen wir einfach mal. Die ich basteln kann. Oh nein, nicht alle drei. Irgendwas ist. 5000? Powder is revised and restores all HP and CP 100. Ah, cool. Das kaufe ich mal lieber nicht. Ah, ich habe keine New Materials zum Weiterbasteln. Dann hat sich das ja auch, ne? Wobei, nee, das behalten wir lieber. Modify. Was mache ich lieber? Slots. Kann ich Slots machen? Kann Reni einen Slot aufmachen. Oder auch den Slot. Oder auch ihr. Den kann ich auch machen. Den. Ich. Ah, sie hat klar 4 hat sie. Du hast 3, du hast 3, du hast 3. Okay, reden. Lisa oder Elliot. Ne, Elliot kann ich keinen aufmachen. Also, nennen wir Reen. Und zwar den. Der ist für Dunkeln. Den Dunklen hast du. Du hast den Soul Blur. Guckst du mal eben schnell weg. Den ist du. Kriegst du denn statt Soul Blur dann? Öffne. Das geben wir ihm mal. HP plus. Da hat die meisten AP, wenn ich ihm den gebe, ne? Irgendwie im Heatwave. Ja, EP plus 1, das ist ganz gut, glaube ich, für ihn. Musste mal sein. So, wie viel mehr habe ich eigentlich noch? Guck mal, kann ich doch noch eine Waffe kaufen. Hier, und zwar deine. Aber basteln konnte ich nicht mehr, ne? Ich wollte nicht reden. Customize Weapon, so. Slot 2 auch nicht mehr, ne? Nope. So, haben wir nochmal Beordnungs gemacht. Wie schön Micromanagement noch hier und da. Hier noch irgendwer was von mir. Haben Sie was von mir? Nee, aber hier gibt's Tomaten für teuer Geld. Du da, du bist neu. Damn it, why did I have to end up all the way back here? Now I won't get any customers. I'll probably only make enough to cover my setup costs now. When there's tax on top of that, not much I can do though. How do as the market manager says and throw it out here from us now. Das tun wir mal. Also, das, was ich mir nicht leisten kann. Und nun noch, was ist Ihre Meinung, Heinz? Good grief, I never expected something like this to come up on the first day I was here. Things have been sorted out thanks to new kids and the market manager at least. Now it's time to focus on doing business. I'll work twice as hard tomorrow and make a good profit. Ja, tu das. Und wir unterdessen stellen uns an den Brunnen und beenden die Folge für heute. Kinas, ich bedanke mich recht herzlich fürs Zusehen. Macht's gut, bleibt immer schön artig, genießt es weiterhin dieses Leben. Haut rein, bis denn und ciao. Und bis zum nächsten Mal.